We are live. We are live. Yes, we are. Here we are. Thank you all for being here already. Oh, my goodness gracious. Great bowls of holy fart fires. Woo-wee. How is everybody? If you're going to catch this on the replay, we appreciate it. As always, remember to subscribe to the channel, watch some of our videos, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, do it the right way. Hit that alert bell and subscribe. No matter whose YouTube channel you're going to be involved with, do it the right way. So thank you all for coming in tonight ahead of time. We won't get too excited about things. We'll give a little bit of time, let people get in here. It is Friday night, America. Me, my dog, Daisy, my other dog, Lily, is laying in the bed under the blankets. I'm wearing a pineapple shirt because it's hospitality night. Woo-wee! Hospitality. Thank you all for being here. Thanking you for the thumbs or uppers. Make sure you give us some more. Shout out. Tell the whole world we're live. We're going to hopefully have interesting topic and conversation tonight. I found this shirt buried in one of my closets. I thought, wow, it's not really appropriate for, tonight's live stream, but hell, it can't hurt, right? It's more like a beach shirt or something. Doesn't seem to fit right, but I think it's all right. I haven't worn it in a couple of years. Digging through there and found a whole bunch of more tropical shirts that are brand new that people have sent me over the years because people know that I wear tropical shirts and usually fedoras or flat caps. It's kind of what I do on the internet. So let me get the camera look a little better, see if you guys can hear me and see me. Hope you enjoyed the fish tank behind us. We got to work on the sweet potato vine up there on the tank. It's a little rough looking. So we might have to trim that down tomorrow and check the sweet potato, make sure it's still viable to grow those vines. So it's starting to look a little rough, but thank everybody for being here ahead of time. We do. Me and my lazy dogs. Man, we've had a pretty eventful weather day. We had some big old storms roll through early today, and then we had a whole nother round just finishing up about an hour ago. And right now we're under a heavy wind advisory. I've had to go out and pick up my patio furniture already once today, but I think I got it squared away to where it's not going to blow away tonight, hopefully. Usually at nighttime the winds die down, but we're under a wind advisory. Pretty strong winds all day long. You can hear it just blowing the garage door and the patio furniture everywhere. So pretty exciting Friday night here in my part of the world. It got up to the upper 70s for a while, then it's now at 66 degrees. It's 8:30 p.m. here in the great part of America. And like I said, me and my fat dog, see here, hanging out on the couch. My beautiful wife is working, but she's going to come home tonight and do a live stream separate of this one, or just take this one over and I'll go to bed. So, well, she's working right now, but she'll be home shortly, a little bit later. All the sexy dancing girls that all you guys are looking for, the girls that want to wiggle their booty and their tatas, well, they'll be here a little bit later in the evening. So you got to stick around for that. And all the beautiful women that you want to see when you're on YouTube will be here later. So that's all I can do for that. So thank you. We got 8 people in the house watching. Give us some thumbs up. You guys in the background there, come forward and drop us a message. Say hello, introduce yourself, ask a question. If you have a YouTube channel, let me know. Maybe we can help you grow it a little bit. Or maybe you can help us grow, or we can work together. We can promote, we can talk about things, we can talk about how to improve your YouTube channel, how to be current, what's going on. Hopefully, a lot of you folks have more knowledge than I do. So, yeah, come on in and we'll figure out what to do. It is Friday night, like I said. Tomorrow's Saturday here, of course. And I'm not for sure. We got a big party or something my wife is doing tomorrow. I think it's one of the local Filipinas' 50th birthday. And they rented out some kind of big convention center and they invited 50 people for 50 birthdays. I don't know. They're doing something kind of girly is how I look at it. They're doing a kind of a girly thing tomorrow. So we've got that going on. I'm not for sure if I don't think I'm going. I hope I'm not going, is what I hope. I got other things I would rather do, like poke my eyeballs out. But I got other things I would rather do than go to a big old Filipina party. And it really sounds like a girl party, but I may have to drive, I don't know, and drop her off. I don't know what I got to do. But I'll do whatever because I'm a great husband. It's all I can do in the world for her is try to make her happy. Try to make her happy, give you a little bit more view of the fish tank there. So I need to go to Bass Pro Shop. Maybe I'll do that while she's working. She won't like that because my wife really enjoys going to sporting goods stores. She loves looking at stuff. Especially she likes to fish, but I need to go and get some supplies. 4 thumbs up. Thank y'all for that. We appreciate that. Appreciate everybody supporting us. Come on up into the chat and let us know who's all here. But I need to go to, because Walmart doesn't have a great selection of what I'm looking for. I need some egg sinkers, different size. I want to get some different size egg sinkers. And I need some beads for like Carolina rigs. So I need a couple little things, nothing major. I'm thinking about ordering a carrying bag for fishing rods. And we're going to be going to Alabama here soon. And we always take fishing equipment with us. And usually we kind of just lay the poles in where they can go. But this time I'm thinking about, I don't know, on Amazon they got these fishing canvas bags. And they're supposed to be up to 7 feet long, but my poles can probably break down. But I can put a bunch of rods in it and just zip it up like luggage. So I think it's 7 feet long. And that might be better to keep it all contained versus rolling around in the car as we go down to Alabama. Because we're going to go to Alabama here in a few, maybe 6 weeks. We're going 6 weeks. And we're going to do a little bit of fishing while we're there, hopefully. Also, a whole lot of other things we're doing in Alabama. But, so I'm looking at buying that. I don't know if anybody out there has an experience with something like that. But it's basically just a big, long canvas bag that you put your rods and reels in. Keeps them from just kind of bouncing around in the car. And since we got to take our dogs, we're taking a kennel with us, and we have to take my mobility scooter because my legs are bad, as you guys know, and my heart's bad and all that mess. And I can't walk real far. So we'll take the mobility scooter. So our car will be quite full with the dog kennel, suitcase, scooter. We're also looking at, because, and I don't know if anybody out there has an experience with this either, it's kind of like a stroller for dogs, but you can push it like a baby stroller. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate that. MJ, let's do the Philippines is in the house. How are you? What's going on in the Philippines? So it's like a baby stroller, except for it's bigger, and it's more like a cube on wheels. But it also collapses down, but you can attach it. It has like an arm that can attach to a bicycle or back of my mobility scooter, and I can tow it like a wagon, and my 2 dogs would sit in there. So, Maria, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. How are you? Maria, we appreciate you. What's going on in your part of the world? We've been having a stormy day here if you're just coming in. So, but we appreciate that. Craig's in the house. Hello, Craig. Craig, how are you, my friend? Craig has a great new video out that everybody should go check out on his channel. And if you guys, Marie, do you have a YouTube channel or anything? So, because I'm happy to help you guys promote your channels while you're here. Let's Do the Philippines has a YouTube channel. So, going, hello. So we're thinking about buying, it's like $209 for this collapsible dog carrying thing. And it has bicycle wheels, maybe 14 inches, and small wheel in the front. And taking that with us. Have a YouTube channel. Well, tell us about your YouTube channel. All right. Maybe Craig or MJ could look you up and drop your link there. Or go check, if maybe you guys could check out Craig. Is pretty quick about that, looking at Maria's channel. Tell us about your YouTube channel, though. How many subscribers do you have? What is your main topic or main part of interest? So we're thinking about buying that because you got to remember, one of our dogs got ran over by a car last year. She has a crippled foot, and there's still some things wrong with her. You know, you can tell she has phantom pain and nerve, you can tell that, she has little issues. And of course, our black one, Wiener dog, and Wiener dog, she has heart failure. So Lorelei likes the thought of taking the dogs to the park and pushing them around, but I don't know how realistic all of that is. So Craig is dropping a link there. Maria says, I have no videos yet. Okay, so you're just starting a YouTube channel? What do you want your YouTube channel to be about? What's it going to be about? You got some experts in the chat right now about YouTube. Craig is one, MJ's one. So that's Maria's link. Okay, thank you. You don't know what it's going to be about yet? All right. Well, the key is just to do it. I tell somebody else, Soul Linder, who's a local, or not a local, but a guy that shows up a lot. And he's been working on his YouTube channel for a couple of years and getting things set up, but he never seems to post anything, Soul Linder, who's in the background there. But so I tell people the best thing you can do is just post, make videos, right? Do what you got to do. Do what you know. Do where you live. Walk around. Do walkabouts. Anything you want. So, yeah, I checked your channel out, and Craig's right, or you're right. No videos yet, just one kind of a thing, a sharp there, short. So, but if you want a YouTube channel, we encourage everybody to have a YouTube channel. So, and Craig is in the great land of Australia, and MJ is over in the Philippines, and I'm currently in the United States. So we got you covered. We got everybody covered. So that's what we're thinking about doing as a dog carrier. I don't know. I mean, it's $209, so it's a little expensive, and I don't know how much use we'd get out of it. Our dogs love to be pushed around. I mean, they're pretty lazy. I don't know. Okay, me, yo, yes. Craig says, waiting for footy to start in 40 minutes. Ah, you got a game starting in 40 minutes, do you? All right, so you're excited. You're ready. You got the shark beer ready to go, Craig? So, yeah. So we're thinking about buying a thing for the dogs to put them in. And so, I don't know. My wife has this great fantasy about how great it would be to walk around with the dogs so that they could see nature, but I don't know how realistic that is. We're not going to take them into Walmart. I keep telling them, we could put them in there and take them to Walmart. No, I'm not taking the dogs into Walmart and grocery stores just because you have a thing to push them around in. If we want to take them outside and use them to transport them over to the park and let them run around a little bit, then get back in, okay, I'm good with that. H-Dan's in the house. H-Dan says hello to everybody. No, my team plays at 7:40 tonight. Okay, Well, I thought maybe you know. Craig, so yeah, I hope the game goes well. Hope your team wins. HTN's in the house. HTN, how was your day? You getting tornadoes where you're at? I saw in the weather that you guys are, your region is in high risk of tornadoes today. We had big storms coming through here, and we're in a wind advisory right now. So we've had some pretty strong winds here. A couple areas around me within 10 miles had hail and a lot of rain. We didn't get a lot of rain today. We did get some, but we've had a lot of wind. I had to go move the furniture back, put it back where it belongs because the outdoor furniture. Maria is saying hello to HTN. Yes, everybody say hello to each other. Greet everybody. Make sure you've subscribed to my channel, of course. Craig's channel, MJ's channel. I don't know where MJ went. Maybe he fell asleep because it's, that time of the night in the Philippines. No tornadoes. All right, just a little bit of rain. So yeah, I saw in the weather that you guys were in that big, but they had a big sweep all the way Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, parts of Arkansas. I mean, all the way up. It was a big, a big swath. So, Maria, where are you from? Are you in the United States or are you somewhere else? So that's kind of what we've been doing and what we've been thinking. We got to put Lorelei's car into the Subaru shop next Tuesday. That's going to be an expensive fix. So we got to put her car, get it repaired. Probably cost me $3,500. So man, we've been spending money like crazy this month. This is a bad month. Maria says, like tornadoes? Yes. Yeah. We've had the threat of south of us. We live in the center part of the United States, but down south by the Gulf of America, they have had a threat of tornadoes through Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, Alabama. You like how I say Alabama, all through that region. Up here where we live, we've just had thunderstorms, a little bit of lightning and some hail. I haven't seen the weather. Just look outside. That's it. No, that's it. It was really cool this morning. I got up and I was sitting in here, and it was probably 10 o'clock. And, I try to keep the house really quiet until about noon so Lorelei can sleep in because she stays up late, And about 10 o'clock, it was sunny. And then all of a sudden, it got real dark and then real bright again. So we had a thin storm come through and drop a little bit of rain. And, man, it was ominous, but it was only probably this wide. So, oh, my goodness. Craig says, autumn there in Australia. Still going to be 34 Celsius there today. Damn, that's hot. It's hot. Henry, HTN says, I haven't seen tornadoes in years. Well, remember, we had tornadoes last year that wiped out our, that kicked the living crap out of our two towns here. We still have tornado damage, and they're still cleaning up. They've actually started bulldozing the buildings and removing them completely that got damaged. So a lot of the buildings have been taped off, fenced off, sitting empty, and now the trucks have come in and they're leveling the land. And I'm sure insurance companies took a while and all of that, so where they can rebuild or somebody will buy the lot and build a new store, because it all happened in commercial properties. So we have like strip malls that were wiped out, so now it's just a flat piece of land again. We don't know what's going to go back up in its place, maybe nothing, but you know how it is here. I'm sure there will be something going up in its place. So Mary says, wow, yes. Tornadoes are bad. Bad weather's bad, but it's part of life. We get hit with tornadoes every 4 or 5 years. It just happens. If you go down in the Gulf area, they get hit with hurricanes. Craig over in Australia, they have their weather and issues too, tornadoes and hurricanes or typhoons and, storm swells and all of that stuff. Craig says strip malls must be very popular. You would think. I hate strip malls. I've never seen one here in the Gulfport. Just rain a bit of snow and hurricanes. Yeah, I know tornadoes are not prominent down in the Gulf area. Florida got hit with tornadoes the other day, though. Parts of Florida got hit, remember? So they definitely do happen, but we actually live in an area that they call Tornado Alley in America, which when I was a kid, Tornado Alley was like this big. And now Tornado Alley is like this big. So it's getting bigger. So, yep, Craig, strip malls would be interesting. They would be popular. But I think you're thinking the wrong type of strip malls. So they have stripped the land of strip malls. Man, but I don't know what they're going to do to the land. So, and the place that they put all the tree debris, remember we had so much tree damage that they had 2 acres full of nothing but dead trees, brush, chopped up trees. And they finally got all of that taken care of, turned into mulch and sent away. Well, look who's in the house. Woo-hoo. Hello, gang from the professor. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. How are you in the Philippines, my friend? Everybody say hello to Ronald. Yo, Ronald. What's going on in the Philippines, my friend? I got Lorelei working, earning money, making that bacon. So she'll be here shortly, though. And but Lorelei's out working, slaving away, ducking the heat, laying low in the heat. You know, I know it's hot in the Philippines and the heat is miserable, but man, I actually liked it. So, Professor says, "Hey, Craig, what's happening in Australia, man?" So it's exciting. Exciting time. So that's what we're gonna do. What are we doing? Yeah. So I got to take Lorelei's car into the shop, the Subaru shop, because and I found it's a common problem apparently on the Subaru forums. The seat switch that moves the seat back and forth, up and down, and reclines it, goes out quite easily, and or the motor goes out, whichever. But it looks like it's the switch, and so I got to take it in and have that fixed next week. All good in the Philippines. Good. I know from just watching and reading, a lot of people are very upset in the Philippines right now. They're very, very upset and about President Duterte being kidnapped, as some of them have said, and hauled away. So Maria says, hurricanes, yes, Miami hurricanes. Hurricanes. Professor says, hello, Maria. So does anyone want to crack? Does anybody want a cracked 350 engine block? No, but maybe you could get $4 or $5 at the scrap metal place for it. Because it probably weighs about 150 pounds, maybe 100 pounds. So, you might be able to get a little bit of money for it at the scrap yard, maybe, I don't know. So does that mean you're going to have to go get another block, obviously? Hey, HTN from the Professor. So, very exciting. Her little seat switch, it probably costs us anywhere from $200 to $500. But I was reading all the Subaru forums and all of that stuff, on the internet, and apparently it's a common thing and blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping it's under warranty. That's why I'm taking it in, because they might find that it's under warranty. So let's hope and pray that Lorelei's seat fixing thingy is under warranty and we don't got to pay for it all. That'd be my hope. It was nice of them, though. They offered to give us a loaner for the first 24 hours. After that, you had to pay $50 a day, but we don't need a loaner. I got my truck. So, and Lorelei, I joked to Lorelei last night because I took her to work because it's kind of funny. She's so small that when her seat is because her seat, seats do this, right? They go backwards and forward, and the backrest goes backwards like this too. But hers also reclines, right? and does this. Well, when it's all the way down to the bottom of the floor pan, she can't see over the steering wheel. So I had to drive her to work yesterday, and I told her, I said, I'll drive you until we get it fixed. It's not a big deal because, I know it doesn't break your heart to have somebody else drive you to work, even though you only live 5 minutes from work. Lobster was looking good. Oh, Lorelai's, well, yeah. Yeah, wasn't that nice of me to get my wife a lobster and cake for her birthday, So, cushion, that's it. I put cushion today. I got out early, took her out there and said, okay, let's find a really thick cushion. Because the seat still goes up, so it just is low to the ground. So, which is apparently common in the sinking Subarus. So, got to do that. But yeah, I bought her some lobster and a cake around her birthday, and woke her up, making her feel all special. I know she appreciated everybody wishing her a happy birthday. Maria, is the lobster looking at? The lobster was eaten by my wife. I bought my wife is from the Philippines, and of course we all love seafood, and she's a big fan of lobster. So I found some really fresh, well, for us, as fresh as we could get lobster tail at one of our better quality grocery stores. So I bought her some lobster tail, and she cooked them up and made a video about it. Yep, so I pushed my engine too hard and cracked it in many places. Uh-oh. But I got to get a new one, so it's going to be back on the road soon. Good. Well, it's better that you know it now versus not knowing it and being out on the road and it going kaboom, right? So you never want your car to blow up on you. That's the key while you're driving the thing. So Maria's saying, wow, man. But yeah, so Lorelai loves lobster. She cooked a couple lobster tails, and she made a little video of it. And she's been building her Facebook blog. If you guys haven't followed her on Facebook, please do. It's the Lorelai's blog. She's really trying to grow that. She's finally making a dent, and she's excited about doing that. So every day she's pushing those out there. The Gabe is in the house. Hello. Hey, it's David. It's D-Bros. Hey, it's David. Thank you for being here, both of you. Don't forget the thumbs up and say hello to Maria and HTN and the Professor and Craig and everybody else that's in here. You guys make sure you say hello. How's it going, Craig? The Gabe says. Maria says hi. $90 a kilo for crayfish, lobster. Oh, I paid, I don't know how much they weighed. You buy them here by the tail. It's like those lobster tails were $10 each, $9.99 each. You can get them a little bit cheaper at Walmart, but the store that I went to, you can get them at $7.99, I think, at Walmart a piece. But the store I went to has a much better meat selection. Their meat is fresher. They fly it in. Their seafood, they do. It's more of a high-end grocery store. So it was $10 a lobster tail. Maria says, I'm 8 years old. Congratulations. Soon you'll be 9 years old. The Gabe says, America. He's 13, the Gabe says. And now I'm on my mom's phone. I believe that. I bet you. Does your mom know that? I get crayfish for free here. Yeah, down in Mississippi. I don't know if I should be saying that. Nah, just keep your personal information to yourself is always good. Craig says, I'm 17. I'm only 21. So we're all doing good here. Professor says hello to the Gabe. We helped Gabe out the other day with a new name. He had kind of a weird name, a name that wasn't very good. So now Ronald, we gave him a new name called the Gabe. So so he can build a channel in the future. So, and then we're trying not to, we're trying to lose weight. We're trying to eat healthier. So we're not eating out as much. We're cooking in the house more. Plus we're trying to save money because we got our big Alabama trip coming up. And we're going to go to Texas soon. Professor says, I am 11. Woohoo! And he's a sexy 11. He's a man. He's a man's man. And, but yeah, I'll just stick to 21. And you can tell I'm wearing pineapple shirt today. You like my pineapple shirt? So nobody's commented on my pineapple shirt. It's kind of wrinkly because I found it in the closet, in one of our back closets. So, the Gabe is a boy. Why did you not any comments? It's a boy. Nice, the Gabe, the emoji's a boy. I got you. I'm still 21 holding on. Yes. Do you have no comments at the first? Did you have no? Marie, I'm not quite for sure what you're asking. The Gabe is, it's pretty good. All right, good, Gabe. The shirt's pretty good? Well, it's just a cheap t-shirt somewhere I got. But been working in one of my closets in my office, right? And, I was showing last night on live stream that I love tropical shirts, as you guys all know. But I've dropped 55 pounds in the last year. So my 4, 5, 6 favorite tropical shirts are way freaking too big. And I mean, they're really, really too big. So I got to start phasing those out. So now I'm digging through my stuff, finding my older tropical shirts, my smaller ones, so that I have tropical shirts to wear. And I found a bunch that are brand new that I've never worn, still has the tags on them. And this was in the pile of those. It's a shirt. It is a shirt. Yes. It's not tattoos, for sure. Be right back. She means, did you have comments when you started streaming? Yes. I've had comments, you're talking about like tonight or in general. What usually happens when you start a live stream, you usually got 4 or 5 minutes where people don't comment until they get into the live stream. Then after that, people comment. So, so don't be shocked that if you start doing a live stream and nobody comments for a few minutes, you just wait and keep talking, keep saying hello and encouraging people to communicate, and they will. I don't know if it's just me, but your screen keeps on loading. It might be just you. I have my iPad going and it looks okay because that's the way it's easier for me to read the comments if I need to. So Ronald says, okay, Henry, you can go to the bathroom if you want. Craig is dropping his a link there to his beautiful wife's viral video. Woohoo! Nice, viral short. How many views does it have, Craig? Let me pull it up. Oh no, the dog. Holy crap, look at all those views. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. 24,000 thumbs ups. Damn, Craig. Thanks for dropping that. Man, that's kick butt. Congratulations. 1.1 million. Nice. I am subscribed. Yes, Gabe is subscribed. Hey, no cussing. It's bad. Everything's bad, Gabe, if you didn't know that. Smoking's bad. Drinking's bad. Dating women's bad. Going to school's bad. It all depends on your point of view, my friend. But Craig, congratulations. 1.1 million. I mean, that's good stuff. I think the most I have on a short is 30 or 40,000 views. So Maria says, me too. Pooping is bad. That's right. There's a funny joke out on the internet. I won't tell that joke. So, but what? My dog just snorted like a pig. Well, congratulations, Craig. That's awesome, man. I'm sure she is very, very tickled to have that. So yeah, I got too many big, I got shirts that are, oh, I need to do something else today. Crap, I forgot. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But no, what I mean is, no, I think school is good. I'm a retired college professor. I encourage you to go to school, but it just depends on your point of view. A lot of times when you're in school, you're miserable, right? Like, oh no, I don't want to do any more homework. Remember, you can't wait to get out of class. You're like, oh my goodness, it's 3:15. I need to get out of here, or 3:05, whatever time your school gets out. You guys remember how you would sit there and stare at the wall clock going, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah! The bell would ring and we would all run out of the classroom and run away. Gabe says, I'll be back. I can't see the video. I don't know why. I don't know why either. Maybe logging in and logging out is good for you. It might work for you. Don't have school today, like for 2 days. Okay. I like your painting. Oh, thank you. I did that. I made that painting. You're talking about that one above the fish tank? Yeah. I painted that one. Yeah, I did that. You're on spring break. All right. Spring break. I'm going to venture to guess that you're not in Florida drinking and having wild parties with women, Gabe. So I got a feeling you're not doing that. Maybe that'll come later in life. Spring break, to be honest, when I was a kid, young kid like you guys, all of you young people, I hated it. I thought it was boring. Where we lived, it was still chilly and cool weather. A lot of times it stormed over spring break. No good. No good. Now, if you lived in Florida or South Texas, maybe you could get out and do a lot. But where we were, we might even have snow on spring break. I have not been at a party in years. Well, it can't have been that many years because you don't have that many years under your belt. But you got to go to parties, okay? Going to parties is fine. Just ask Ronald. It's like 40 or 20-mile winds. Yeah, we have very heavy winds here too. We've had them all day long, heavy winds. It was blowing my doggie's bed out in the yard. I had to go get her bed and bring it back. And I had to go get some of the patio furniture. Yes, I am on planet Earth. You're right. I don't know, Craig, are we on planet Earth? Craig is our expert. Or is this Centaurian 3? I'm not for sure, what planet this is. We could be in somebody's moon and not even know it. Hey, we could be on an asteroid and we think we're on a planet. You never know. Which timeline, Gabe? There you go. Yeah, which timeline are you referring to? Oh no, what? Yes. Is Elon going to go get the astronauts? Is he going to go save the people at the space station? I know he was talking about that, but I haven't kept up on that. Has anybody else kept up on that? Tim is in the house. Good evening, PAC. Thank you, Tim, for coming in. Gabe says, I have a question. Are y'all as old as dust? Well, yes. We are all old as dust. You know why? Because dust could be formed right now. So, yes. My grandpa's old as dust. Well, how old is dust? That's the question, right? Did you guys see the blood moon? No. I took some beautiful pictures last night of the moon here. It wasn't a blood moon, but it was through the trees. And I got a couple of really cool photos that I need to share out. No, I didn't see the blood moon. The professor says, hey, Tim's in the house. So is Elon going to be able to save the astronauts? Is he going to drive the spaceship himself and go get them? So I know he was saying in a couple of weeks they're supposed to go save those people, which would be really interesting. If it's successful to bring them back, it'd be a good thing. It was covered by Time Poet. Oh my God, Craig. Oh. There's a spaceship on the way now to rescue the astronauts. Okay, so I haven't been keeping up with it. So that's good. I hope they do it. I hope they're able to do it. I hope they're able to bring them back. The professor is laughing at all of us. Oh no, Craig is going to have to explain that to you. Gabe, Craig will explain that one to you. So, Craig. Oh, Craig's a troublemaker. There is people stuck in space. Yes, there is on the. I forgot what it's called. Sorry, guys, my brain. You know, I have squishy brain syndrome, and so sometimes things just go away. Hello, Professor from Tim, Gay. Tim says, hello, Gabe. So, yeah, Craig will have to explain that one because I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So, international, thank you. Space station, thank you, Tim. Thank you. I mean, literally, since my coma, things just disappear sometimes. So at the International Space Station, I did see something where, remember when India went to the moon in the last year or so, right? Didn't India go to the moon or circle the moon or whatever they did at the moon, India? I saw today on the internet they were releasing photos, and look, they think they have proven that the American moon landing was not faked because they found our leftover garbage on the moon. So, India to the moon. I really need to catch up on stuff. You do, young man. You need to stay current in your current affairs, Ronald, don't say anything about current affairs. Oh, you know what I'm really excited about? The weather's starting to change, and I can finally drink nice iced tea again. During the winter, I don't drink iced tea because it's cold. I drink hot green tea. During the summer, I drink black tea, iced tea. So I'm very excited. Today, yesterday, and the other day, I got to drink iced tea. Isn't that weird? Small little things in the world make you happy. Craig, I'm not even going to. Craig's going to have to explain that one. Or maybe you can ask your mom. I don't know. Would I get in trouble if I search it? No, I don't think so. It depends on your point of view. Okay, old people in the chat, somebody has to help me out here. All right? I know I'm back. I was a teacher, but you got to help me out a little bit. WB and me, I'm lost. Well, here's the secret. If you're lost, just go outside and look around, and then you know where you're at, okay? I haven't seen you, HTN. HTN had to take a break, but he came back in. He was here earlier. So thank you for saying hello to HTN. Gabe, you will need to know about science stuff. There you go. Yes. I love science. That's not the kind of loss. No. So, my views, your world is back in the house. What's going on, my buddy? Professor, it's a Band-Aid for the girls. Okay. Okay, Ronald, let's go with that. See, Craig is always getting us in trouble. Show us, please. No. Nobody show that. Tim, Maria, she says hello to Maria. Maria's on her mama's phone. So just be aware of that. Debating on lunch. Okay, what's the debate? This is a good way to change the topic. What's the debate for food? Help us out here, my views, your world. Show the blood moon, please, like a photo. Well, you can't. You can Google it. I can't show you a picture of it because the way we're live streaming, I can't bring in an additional screen. I can't do that doing live streams this away. So I can't do that. Sorry. Hello, my views, your world. Professor says hello to you, my views, your world. So what's happening? Come on, tell us what's going on for lunch. Mexican, Indian, or American? All right. You got to get more details. What is the Mexican dish? What is the Indian dish? And what is the American dish? Tim, I have to go. You have to go with a Reuben sandwich? Ooh. I don't like corned beef. Sorry, I like corned beef. I don't like sauerkraut. I don't like that. I like the corned beef, though. Gabe votes for Mexican. It's so good. I like Mexican, too. Mexican reminds me of Filipino food. It's about 10 different ingredients, just remixed in different ways. And that's all Mexican food is. The same 10, 12 different ingredients, and you just rearrange it. Hey, the gay, the professor, yes. So that's how I think about Mexican food. And I think Filipino food's kind of the same way. You know, you got cabbage, pork, fish, and you just kind of rearrange the ingredients to make different dishes. Biryani is fantastic. Go with the biryani. Love it. Indian food's really good if you guys don't know. I mean, I like biryani. Lorelai tries to make it and it's not so good. But when we were living in the Philippines, our neighbor, a good friend of mine, was actually from Pakistan. And he would make biryani. And oh my God. Woo, the heavens would open up. And the food, oh man, it was good. Oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So go with the biryani. Burgers, burgers are old business, man. Burgers are boring. Well, I have to go. Y'all have a good day, night, blue. Okay, we will. Thank you for being here, Gabe. Get some rest. True, the weather is starting to change. Yes, it's getting warmer. Spring is here, almost. Summer's right around the corner. We'll be complaining about how hot it is in another month or two. That's what I was telling a friend on the phone the other day. Gabe says, goodbye. See ya. I was telling my buddy, he's like, man, you know, and I'm like, yeah, but you know how it is. Come June, we're going to be complaining and whining that it's 90 degrees out. And we're okay with that. Oh, I enjoy a tomato sandwich. Is really good. Especially if you toast them, if you get good bread, like a really nice sourdough or rye bread, and you toast it, and you put some nice, good quality mayo, and you layer those big beefsteak tomatoes, and you layer them, or Roman tomatoes, slice them long ways, real kind of thin. Those are really, I agree with you, buddy. Woo-wee. Craig says, bye. I'm listening in the background because his football game is starting. All right, Craig. Maria, I used to, are you learning about the body parts? I try not to learn about body parts. So yeah, I'm not learning about body parts. We're talking about a tomato sandwich. So you're taking an anatomy and physiology class or a basic biology class? Is that what you're kind of saying you're learning about? The skin, the eyes, guys in the back, you know, old guys, be nice. You're talking about like the skin, the eyeballs, you know, is that what you like the organs? Craig is asking you, Maria, what part of the body is the most tasty? So, are you talking about like the legs and the arms, you know, the torso, you know, which type of the body part are you talking about? Like the skin, the eyes, the organs, the heart, lungs, or, you know, like the bones, or all of it? Because there's a whole bunch to the body part. Does anybody know how many bones are in the body? How many bones are in the human body? And does anybody know what the largest organ in the body is? Guys, be nice. Does anybody know what the largest organ is? Just some questions for you there. Well, if you watch movies, Craig, it's the liver is the supposed to be the most tasty. 264 bones in the body. All right. I think it's something like that. I thought it was something similar to that. And I can't remember. I thought it was like 203, but I don't know. 206, says Craig. Okay, I was going to 203. I might be missing a few bones. They may have took them out in some of my surgeries. I can only count 203 in my body. So, yeah, I think it's 206. You're right. So, for most people, I think I had some of mine removed. But that's all right, man. I didn't need them anyway. They gave them to somebody else. 206 bones, and the skin is the largest organ. That's right. That's right. Maria says 1,000 bones? No. What is the body mainly made of? Does anybody know? Yeah, what can you take away and not live with? All of those good things. So no, not 1,000 bones. There's a TV show called Bones. Did anybody used to watch that TV show? Water, water, water. That's it. That's it. You know, water, water, water. We're water people. So why don't we live in the water? Why aren't we fish? Or that just proves to you about evolution. Now, this is just some weird thought I have here. Now, look, maybe we're putting two and two together to come up with 5. So, if evolution happened and we emerged out of the water, maybe that's why we're mainly water, because we came from the water. Right? Not our choice. That's it, Craig. Yeah, we lost our gills, but we still are mainly water, right? Maybe that's why. If we came from the trees, or the soil, then maybe we would be more sand. We would be sand people. I don't know. But hey, put 2 and 2 together and come up with 5. Why not? Your body has cells in it, yes. A lot of cells. That is correct. Another place you can find a lot of cells is in a jail or a prison. Just throwing that out there. But you're correct. The body is made up of cells or atoms, molecules, bad diet. Water avails electronic connection. Yes, see? And we are electrical. Did you guys know that? If you took our electrical systems out, we're gone. We can't live without the electrical system. My grandpa had an organ. Was it a big organ or just a normal everyday organ? The skin is the biggest organ. That's correct. Tell me all. I'll tell you all. So, yeah. What part of the body can grow to be 1,000 times its natural size? Does anybody know that? Do I know all of the organs? No way. I gave up that. I graduated college many years ago. I took anatomy and physiology. And after that, I forgot all about it until I started dating. The mind, no, Craig. But I do think in a metaphysical way, you're right about the mind, okay? But no, in a physical way. Tim says, so I need an electrician instead of a doctor. Yes, I have an electrician. I have a battery pack right there. See? Yes, Tim, as we get older, we need electricians and plumbers. Do you all know the body organs? No. Maria, can you list all of the body organs for us? So can you list them all for us so that we know what they are? You're the teacher today. You can teach us about organs in the body. Your pupil is the organ or the part of the body that can grow up to 1,000 times its natural size. Did you know that? Your pupil, not your organ, but your pupil. So, there you go. See, we're learning something today, whether we want to learn it or not. Yeah, I mean, and because Tim, when I went into my coma, when I died, the only thing that kept me alive was the electrical from my pacemaker. It's the only thing that kept my heart beating, which kept me alive. If I didn't have the pacemaker, I would not have survived that time. I would have died on the floor in my house. All right, Lily, hi, Lily. All right. My dog Lily needs some attention. All right, come here. Come on, Lily. Daisy, you should have let Lily through. You're not very nice. Maria says, where we at? Liver, brain, stomach, and I forgot the other ones. Craig, 78 answers, Maria. Wow, yeah, 78 answers. Tim, it's Saturday for me. School is closed for the weekend. There you go, buddy. What do you mean, Craig Parrish? Our skin is the largest organ. It is. For some of you, some of us have other organs that are very large. I know some of you guys don't, but some of us do. 78 organs in the human body, Maria. He's saying, if you look at the lungs, the kidney, the heart, right? The stomach, there's 78 organs in the body. The brain, the eyeballs, everything. So, the human body is a fascinating thing. Uh-oh, she says, no, Craig, you're wrong. All right, I'm going to Google this. And the winner gets a autographed picture of me. How many organs in the human body? 78 is what the internet says. And we all know that everything's true on the internet. HN, I'm retired, so what is school again? That's it. Sometimes 79, yes. Because you're talking about, no, it's 78, my friend. Because you're talking about things like the spleen. I mean, here's a whole gigantic list. The prostate, the bones, the brain, adrenal glands, bronchia, bladder, bone marrow, heart, mouth, prostate, glands, lymph nodes, spinal cord, stomach, cervix, rectum, testicles, you just name it. So there's 78 of them. That's all the organs in the body. Sometimes 79, yeah, sometimes 79. So 23, 34, okay. 23, 34, hut, hut. So, and there's quite a few of them. The real question is, how many organs could we live without? That's the real question. I know I've had a couple. I think I've had a couple of my organs out. I think I'm missing a couple, Craig. Maybe they gave them to somebody else. What? I need to put eye drop medicine in my Lily dog tonight. You guys remind me to give her eye drop medicine. What? All right, I'm going to show you my dog. Look how fat that dog is. Belly rub? You want your belly rub? Aw, what? What's wrong? I told you could come over here. But Daisy was blocking you. She wouldn't let you come on the couch. Look at that big old fat wiener dog. She's like, all right, I'll just sit here. Thank you all for being here, by the way, if I haven't said that. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to everybody else's YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. Shout us out. We are doing school fundraising still for about another 4 weeks. And we're raising school supplies for the Philippines, by the way, just to let you know that, which we're really excited about. I think it's going to go pretty well thanks to some big donations. I don't know how many kids we're going to be able to give school supplies to, but I definitely know we're making a dent. So I appreciate all of that. Just wanted to throw that out there. And thank everybody for that. I can't tell what that emoji is because I'm blind. So yeah, here, let me give you some more fish tank instead of dirty laundry. I've been trying to do laundry today. But school supplies are going well. And I'm still in search of a sponsor to give me money so I can buy a beach house. If you guys know anybody that has an extra $5 million laying around or would like to contribute to my GoFundMe page for a beach house, I think I'm going to do a GoFundMe page. Oh, I got a weird, hey, Ronald, if you're still in the background, I wish Dennis was here. Somebody that we all know that we don't really associate with anymore has been trying to reach out to me lately, even trying to call me through Messenger, which I don't answer because after all the things he said about me, when I just told him not to do bad things on my live stream. So it's kind of weird. I haven't talked to him in a few months, and I don't know if he's e-begging again or, wanting me to give him money because his mama left him in the Philippines or what he's doing. But I found that interesting that, you wonder who. His mama abandoned him in the Philippines, supposedly. I only dirty the laundry, housekeeper cleans the laundry. Yes. Well, I am the housekeeper, Well, I got to give my wife credit. We work pretty good together, to be honest. I hate doing dishes, and I hate putting dishes away. I don't mind washing them, but I hate putting dishes away. And I hate how she has our dishes. I hate how she does dishes, how she's organized them. And I know she thinks she's helping me, but I don't like how it's organized. So I hate putting dishes away. I hate putting groceries away. But I do the laundry, and I clean and do other stuff. So we kind of, she does that. I take the trash. We kind of divide the chores up. But I think I do the majority of the housework. Tim says, I need 3 root canals. Ooh, man. I think MJ was having dental issues about a month ago. I handle the washing. She can't reach. Yeah, no, that's part of it. Lorelai can't get into the the washing machine. She can't get into the washing machine and get all the clothes out. So, yeah. But I actually like washing. I don't mind washing clothes. The next house we buy, one of the priorities is to have a very big laundry room where I can have a sink and a work table. That's my dream. Isn't that horrible? So, Tim, when are you going to have your root canals? Maria says she will be right back. But yeah, I think MJ was losing some fillings or something in the Philippines, and he was having issues with getting those taken care of. A maid room. Yeah, like a mud room, but a maid room. Yeah, I really need one. Because my wife is horrible about putting her laundry up, and she has too much clothes. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to come out and say it. If you guys need any women clothes, just come to my house. Look, take what you want. My wife will never miss it. I promise. What's that say? Maria says, game over. So laundry. I like laundry. I don't mind doing it, but I just need a better folding area. The other person needs root canals. Oh, he needs 3 root. Oh, sorry, Tim. Sorry, Tim. Is that what it is? Is that why he's reaching out? Because he wants people to give him money for his teeth? Murray says she's back. Yes, I don't know. I didn't answer. Lorelai, read what he said about us. What he- you know, we don't want anything to do with him. We tried our best to hurt him. Sorry, to help him. We did. We tried our very best to help him. I gave him advice after advice. Craig says, burnt once? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He brings nothing to the table. But yeah, I thought it was funny that he was trying to call me the other day. But that's all right. Whatever makes him happy. Hope maybe he's being successful on YouTube. I don't know. I don't follow him anymore on Facebook and or YouTube. So I'm hoping he's doing well. I hope he's being successful. I'm sure he's hustling somebody, and because that's what he does. He just kind of moves from one person or one group or something, kind of hustles them, and then just keeps doing that. So that's what he does. My phone is better, not a battery. Okay. So, but yeah. So Laurel, I thought it was funny. It was just like today's Friday, right? So I think it was on Wednesday that he was calling. And then he's been messaging me, but I haven't been answering his messages. I don't know if he's doing that to anybody else, but Tim seems to know that he's needing root canals. Her battery's at 1%. Wow, you're a 1%er. Congratulations, Maria. You're a 1%er. Well, I know you said you're on your mama's phone, so you might want to plug it in and not run the battery down on your mama's phone just in case she needs to make a call tonight, okay? So, because one thing we hate as adults is to go to grab our phone and realize it's dead as a doornail. He has not messaged you? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why he's trying to reach me, because after, because all I did was tell him and say, look, all I did was, and this is for everybody, when you're on my live stream, you don't put somebody in blue in timeout. You don't, criticize what we're talking about. You don't take, what I mean is you don't attack people on my live streams. And he wanted to, fight with Dennis, and I didn't like it. And I told him nicely, behind the scenes, without anybody hearing, hey, look, when you come on the live streams, just understand it's my live stream. And if I want somebody put in timeout, I will tell Tim to do it, or Craig to do it, or you to do it, or Henry to do it, or whoever else, and do it. But somebody like Ronald and Dennis and Tim and Henry and everybody who's been around here forever, there's no reason to put them in timeout, because they have the right to voice their opinion about anything they want to voice their opinion about. We're not restricting people's opinions here as long as it's not vicious and nasty. And I told him that nicely, very nicely. But he blew up and called me everything in the book and all of that. And so I basically just said, well, I never responded. I just, I'm not going to get in an argument. I'm not going to have a debate about it. I'm not going to feed into your drama. If you want to criticize me, you can. If you want to call me crappy names and all of that, well, that's great, but I'm just not going to entertain it because I don't care enough. I've seen many of them and I wrecked them. Yes. You know what's weird? Just thinking of that. Now look, here's what I do know. Guys, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I do know that he watches my YouTube channel and he's in the background on a lot of these live streams. I know that he is. I'm not smart, but I'm not dumb. So we get that, and that's okay. But here's what I'm going to tell you I find interesting lately. I haven't had any trolls on my YouTube channel in 3-4 months. I don't know where all the trolls went. I mean, this summer we had lots of fun with trolls, even into the early fall, but I haven't had a troll in several months, and I don't know what that's all about. Where did all the trolls go? So, I don't know. Has anybody seen, is Michael okay? Michael McFarland? I haven't seen him doing any lives lately. I was just curious if anybody's seen him, if he's okay. I don't follow his channel because there's usually nothing on there to go watch. But has anybody seen Michael? Is Michael okay? Just curious. I know Dennis is vacationing in Mexico with the women. How much for the women? So I know he's down in Mexico on vacation, or he was, maybe this week, last week. So, and the professor's on vacation every day of his life. How many girls are you dating this week, Ronald? Maria says, I can't find the charger. Uh-oh, well, you better find the charger. You're going to make your mama mad. She's like, all right, you ran my phone battery down. You didn't bother to charge it up. I don't mind you using it, but you got to charge it. You got to take care of it because that's the right thing to do. When you borrow somebody else's product or item, you need to take good care of it. Just throw that out there for everybody. That's what I keep trying to tell my wife. When she borrows me, she needs to take good care of me. Not run my battery down and leave me laying. She has to take care of me. She has to revive me. Make me, repower me. Just can't leave me there dead. So I'm sure some of you gentlemen know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I find it interesting that we haven't had any trolls in quite a while. I don't know what happened to them. But I know Anthony was on Lorelei's live stream last weekend, and he was very pleasant and with Lorelei. So it sounds like he's doing well, Anthony in the Philippines, a Yank in the Philippines. Seems like he's doing well. He's getting his house all built. So we're very happy for him. Let's see, I know, check out the rallies. Bill was in the hospital about a week or two ago. I think they're in America. They're not very far from us, to be honest. And I think they're doing okay. So I like that all of our expats and our supporters and people that we follow are doing well. Because I think there's a lot of really good people out there. And I know living overseas is not easy. Living in a different country is not easy. Living in America is not easy, so everybody needs a little bit of support from time to time. Big believer in that. Everybody needs a little support from time to time. And let's see, who else? I know Anthony's doing good, as he said he was. Since I had to lay into Vincent, I don't think anybody's heard from Vincent anymore. Has anybody heard from that Vincent guy from Australia? I don't think has. I got some other Australian followers, and they're doing very well. And, and Scott's doing well in the Philippines. He's been there a year. Did you guys know that? Scott has been doing well. The professor says, nope. When you getting married, Ronald? Are you going to get married? Or are you just happy? You see him on Boss Hog sometimes? Nice, okay. Yeah, well, I wonder if he's still drunk. Professor says no to the marriage thing. Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, buddy. You just keep being you and keep doing you, and all is good. And I don't think Anthony's doing live streams anymore, is he? I think he quit doing Anthony, and we haven't seen Kiko in a long time. Has anybody seen Kiko lately? But I know Anthony was on Lorelei's live stream last weekend, so I know he's doing all right. I just don't think he's live streaming. But I don't get up Friday mornings and check. I'm usually up really late because Lorelei works late now, right? Craig, not last night. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think he's doing it anymore. But I don't get up because, Lorelai's working until midnight, and then I usually got to stay up until 1 or 2 talking to her. And so I don't get up early in the mornings. Now with spring weather coming and summer coming, I'll be getting up early anyway, going outside, doing live streams and doing some activities while Lorelai sleeps. But yeah, I don't think he's doing live streams, but that's all right, I mean. But we haven't seen Kiko. I don't know if Kiko is going to anybody's streams or not, but we haven't seen him in quite a while. Hopefully, I know he was talking about he was going to do some volunteer work where he lives. So volunteer work is good. I wish I could volunteer, I wish I could be a productive member of society. I haven't been able to become a productive member of society in a good number of years. So instead, I got to be a YouTuber that wears a tropical shirt. So that's my contribution to society, right? But what else is going on? Anybody has anything exciting going on in their part of the world? I mean, we got all kinds of stuff. We're going to go to Dallas in June, eat at Jollibee, which I know you guys in the Philippines go, eat at Jollibee. I just had that this morning. But for Lorelai, it's been a couple of years now. So we're going to go to Dallas. We're going to have Jollibee on last week with Tony and Kiko. Okay, good. So, good. Hopefully he's doing well. I know the last time I talked to him, it's been a while, that he was planning on doing some volunteer work, which I told him was great. We got to have something as we get old, something to do and to keep up with. So good. But, we saw Gary. Gary pops onto my live streams. He was here probably last week. Gary was on. He says he's doing really well. I kind of get the sense that maybe he's a little bored, to be honest. But he said he's doing well. I see him, weekly. Gary pops on weekly usually. He doesn't, and I don't know if he's really happy in the Philippines. I don't know that. He doesn't seem to be unhappy when he talks. So yeah, Gary's around. I talked to Gary. But, all of us people that have been around for a long, long time, I don't see a lot of them anymore. Maybe they're tired of me and they just don't come around me. I don't know. But I don't see a lot of them. Like, Michael, I haven't seen Michael in a while doing anything. So, but yeah, I think Gary's doing okay. I know he's got his regiment down. We've talked about that with Gary. He has what he eats, all organized and when he so I think he's doing okay in the Philippines. I think it's working out for him. So we, James Robinson, our good friend, he's out in California. He's doing well. I talk to him almost every other day. And Lorelai has a lot of followers when she does her live stream stuff, which is, she's going to do one tonight, by the way, when she gets home from work. Michael took a hit from the VA. What does that mean, Ronald? He took a hit from the VA. Did he get sick and had to go to the VA? Or did the VA yell at him because did he do something wrong to the VA? I've told all of you expats, and I've sent messages out to my friends who live in different countries. Look, with what's going on in America with the Elon Musk and the corruption that they're finding, and how they found all these dead people that don't exist, and we're paying Social Security benefits to all these people that don't exist, I want to remind everybody, took a financial hit. I got you. From 100 to 40. Well, man, that's a hit. Now, I'm going to say a couple things about that in a second, but I want to remind everybody that's an American living overseas, or even in America. You need to answer your dead letters. They're going to be sending out fresh dead letters. And we all know what that is. I mean, Tim is the military, so he doesn't got to worry about it. But if you're on Social Security and you don't answer that dead letter, you're going to be terminated. You're going to have to fight to get your money back. So you guys need to make sure you go on and log on to your account every 4 to 5 months, because after 6 months you got to reset it. And if you're in a foreign country, it's hard. So you need to log in to your benefits and make sure they know you're alive, so they'll keep sending you your money. It feels like it's 95 degrees at 10:45 a.m. Yes. Well, that's a big financial hit, Ronald, for him. Big wind came through just now. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot you could say about that, but why say it? But hopefully he's fine, you know. He's told me many times that he had plenty of money hidden back, that he didn't ever have to worry about it. So Tim says it's the Form 7162. Yeah. So I'm telling you guys, the United States government, up until those last couple months, when they send those out all these years and nobody answers back, they didn't do anything about it. So now they're going through the rolls and taking that 300-year-old person off of Social Security. They're taking the 200-year-olds off, the 150-year-olds off, and they're going to be reissuing dead letters over the next couple of years. So just keep that in mind, so you never have to worry about your benefits. And I know nothing about the VA. But yours is the military one, right, Tim? I thought all of your stuff is strictly military, not Social Security. That's what I thought you were telling me one time. So that's why even I, in America, and when I was in the Philippines, I checked in online on my account every 4 months just to let them know I'm still alive, because I don't want any issues. You just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. But I think the military people are all good. They're all safe. And I don't believe anybody's benefits are going to be affected if you're alive. So I don't think anybody has to worry about that. I really don't. I don't think anybody has to worry about their Social Security benefits being cut. But, come on. We can't have a bunch of dead people on the rolls. Okay, I get the SSDI and the VA disability. Okay, yeah, I knew. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, yes, the professor says, yes. But, I mean, we don't need to be paying people that don't exist, right? I mean, that's not right. Look, the real question is, do we think we'll ever get any money back? The big topic is, do you think we will ever get any money back? Long term, will this fix anything? Will we be able to shut off the corruption or misuse of funds? Because I would really like not to pay taxes, especially as much as I pay, even being disabled. And now, I've had people tell me, oh, well, they're not worried about it because, I guess I'll say it this way. Throughout my career, before I went on disability, I paid in more taxes in some years than people made for their entire wage. So there was years that I paid in so much freaking taxes, I could have had an employee. I mean, I could have, I paid in more in taxes, especially our janitors. It was really sad. I paid in more in taxes than our janitors made. And I just thought that was so wrong. Wrong for me and wrong for them. Corruption is rampant everywhere. Yeah, what do you guys think about Duterte being arrested and hauled away? What's the latest news in the Philippines about Duterte? Is he in Dubai right now? Are they really going to try him for war crimes or crimes against humanity? Are they really going to try to do that? I mean, we haven't had anybody since World War II and those years afterwards where they went after the Nazis, right? Had they tried anybody since then? He didn't pay enough. So, yeah, what's going on? I wonder what I get a lot of messages and I get a lot of news from the Philippines. And I get a lot of things where people were very upset and they want him returned. So I was talking to John Baker about it the other day too. But have we tried anybody for crimes against humanity? I mean, come on. I don't understand it. Yeah, he didn't bribe somebody, right? He is the Hague in Netherlands, crimes against humanity. Yeah, the Netherlands. That's where he is. All right. Really? I mean, I wonder how many people have been tried for crimes against humanity in the last 50 years. I just wonder. The only, I don't know. I think it's asinine. I do. And one thing I will say, the other thing is this. I think it's disappointing that the Philippines allowed it, the Philippine government that's currently there allowed it to happen. Because look, even in America, for example, I know a lot of people don't like Trump, a lot of people don't like Biden, but I would be very, very, very disappointed if Donald Trump or Barack Obama or Bill Clinton or Richard Nixon or any president in American history would allow a former U.S. president to be hauled off to international court. I would be very upset that we as an American government allowed that to happen. It would be very upsetting. A lot of people have been tried in the last 75. Is there a lot of, really? I guess maybe it just doesn't make the news that much. I'm going to do some Googling and just see that too, Tim, and just kind of find out what they've been doing. I just find it odd. I mean, I would never let them haul off Biden or anybody else. I mean, it would make me very mad as an American to think that some damn international court, whether I like the guy or not, is going to take an American citizen, a politician, a leader, and try them for crimes against humanity. Yeah. I don't care who it is. That would not fly well with me. It just wouldn't. But if you guys haven't been watching the news in America, we have arrested and going to deport that guy who's pro-Hamas at Columbia University. He's been detained or arrested, whatever you want to call it, and he's in the process of being deported. His student visa is being revoked. And Columbia University came out today and said they have suspended, kicked out of school, a whole bunch of agitators that were agitating and took over the campus last year. So it's been over a year that they haven't done anything about these people, but now, all of a sudden today, they've kicked them all out of school. And you got to ask yourself why? Well, because the federal government turned off their funding. They took away that $400 billion or that $4 billion, whatever it was, away from Columbia University was getting every year. So, and then of course, we have some of the supporters of this guy who's pro-Hamas, which is labeled a terrorist group in America, saying, oh, it's free speech. It's free speech. He can say and demonstrate because it's free speech. The problem is he's not a U.S. citizen. Only U.S. citizens have the right to free speech in America. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you don't have that right. He didn't help his case being filmed shooting innocent people. Oh, you're talking about, Duterte? Wow, yeah. I agree. It doesn't, I agree it doesn't look good, but still, it's really strange to me. And he says, well, it's dark and I can't see what I'm doing, so it's time to go home. Take care of everybody later. All right, Henry, I hope you can find your way home in the dark. If you need to, use a flashlight. Right, Ronald, and now what's happening here is not true. Judge stopped his deportation because he's a legal resident with a green card. But they're revoking that. They're revoking his green card. So they're in the process of revoking his green card. That's what they're doing. So I know there's a lot of drama back and forth, Ronald, but what they're trying to do, or what they are going to do, is consider him a criminal combatant, I think is what they're calling it, a terrorist combatant. They're labeling him. They're going to take away his green card, which the American government has a right to do, and he will be deported. I mean, there's no question about that. So, yeah, I think he will be deported if he's not already on his way. And if he's smart, he would probably volunteer. But you can't be pro-Hamas in America. You can't say death to America unless you're an American citizen. So, but a green card holder is not an American citizen. That's the difference, Ronald. HDN, Tim says, take care, everybody. Hey, did you guys hear about the gold card? Now, this is really cool. And I know a lot of other countries do this. But America's coming out with a gold green card. And how that basically works, if you don't know, and everybody can have one, almost, is you pony up $5 million, not a deposit, but a fee of $5 million. You never get it back, to the federal government to apply for this gold green card. They will do a background check and all of that stuff, make sure you're not a terrorist, I guess. And then you can become a permanent resident and travel back and forth as much as you like. You can do business in America and all of those things. So it's a fascinating thing because apparently there's a lot of people, a lot of countries that do this, and it allows for businesses and corporations and people that work for these businesses and corporations to travel more freely with less hassle in and out of the countries to do business, I guess. And what I've been seeing also is there's like, we did have something like that. We did. It was $2 million. It was $2 million. And there was other regulations with it. So what they've done is scrapped that and rebuilt it into this $5 million program and made it, the part of the difference was how much you can go back and forth. So with the new gold green card, it's going to be like a free pass to getting back and forth and setting up businesses and things like that. So it is similar, they talked about, but there are a few differences. The big difference is $5 million versus $2 million. And of course, it can have a path to citizenship. But I know one thing I saw was there's people like, and filthy rich people, like people in Dubai that want to buy the card because $5 million is like $5 to me, you know what I mean? It's nothing. And then they can just fly back and forth to America whenever they want, however they want. And there's something about racehorses. I saw about Dubai and some other country where they ship racehorses back and forth. And apparently this is going to make the people that go with the horses or the paperwork easier for these people to travel, to buy racehorses or to breed I don't know. Something about racehorsing has gotten some group of people that have a lot of money very excited that they can buy this gold green card, and it's easier for them to do whatever they're going to do with racehorses. Because apparently we export or import racehorses, and I guess I really didn't know that. I wasn't familiar with the racehorsing industry. So I find that interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I don't know how well it's going to work, but apparently a lot of countries have a very similar program. They're just updating the money and some of that. And what else? I found that interesting. So if anybody in the Philippines, because somebody was telling me the other day, say, hey, they were asking me from the Philippines, how can I come to America? And I'm like, I told them the standard. You know, look, become a nurse, come over on as a nurse, try to apply, if you're a teacher, you can try to apply to America to teach in America, or you can get married. But those are about the three ways. Unless you can go on, to come on a visitor visa, you got to have a lot of money and show that you're going back to the Philippines and that you can afford to take care of yourself here in America. The other way now is to pony up $5 million. I think I was talking to MJ about that, about him bringing Venus to America. I'm like, well, just cough up $5 million, get her one of those gold green cards, and you guys can fly back and forth to America all you want. So maybe Ronald might want to get one for one of his girlfriends someday. I don't know. So I found that interesting. No, I don't know how well it'll work, but I found it interesting. Eggs are going down, by the way, in America. We still have eggs, but eggs have dropped. Price of gas is going down a little bit, but eggs have dropped. But they may go back up about the eggs. I don't know what's going on with eggs. I know they're talking about the bird flu and all of that, and they got to stamp that out, and I don't know enough about that. So, and I know there's a whole lot more attention being shown to food in America. There is a lady interviewing Coca-Cola, not a politician, but like a reporter person, interviewing somebody from Coca-Cola, and she was talking about, look, how come the Coke sold in America has all of this, corn syrup, all of these different ingredients, but the Coke you sell in Canada and Europe and Mexico just has cane sugar in it, or fructose and all of that stuff that's bad for us. So she's, and he didn't really have a good answer. He wouldn't come out and say, well, because it's cheaper to do in America, and, Americans will just drink and eat any damn thing. So we're making more money in America, maybe a penny a can. So he wouldn't come out and tell the truth. So, but maybe, I think it's a good time to talk about the food industry and if it's getting better and, those things. So I'm excited about that. I think that's a good thing. I like the Kennedy guy. I hope he can figure out some of this autism issues. The rate of autism in America is so high. I hope that they can truly find a cause and effect of that. I don't know if he can, but you know what I mean. If he stirs up enough interest, maybe people will start looking at that much harder, because it's sad the rate of autism in America. It just is, how much it goes up. So, Mexican Coca-Cola tastes much better than American Coca. It does. I've had it. It tastes way better because it's just less ingredients and it's real sugar versus all of that artificial crap or the cheap crap, palm oil, whatever you want to call it, that goes into a can of American Coke. And I do think it's time, Tim and everybody else, I hope you all agree with this, that it's time for Americans to stand up and say, we are tired of being, now it's our fault that we're fat. Don't get me wrong. It's my fault that I'm fat. It's not the food's fault. But I do think it's time for Americans to stand up and say, hey, I would like to have better ingredients, better choices. I would like to have the option of buying the American Coke and or what's sold in Mexico. I would really like to have the option of buying the Fruit Loops sold in America or the Fruit Loops sold in Canada. Big housekeeping companies can hire people through a work visa. Yes, you're correct. When I win the lottery, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire 2 housekeepers from the Philippines, live-in housekeepers in the Philippines to take care of my mansion. So that way Lorelei doesn't have to do anything and I never have to do anything. And they can babysit our dogs when we travel. So when I win the big lottery, Ronald, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bring 2 of them over. So just putting that out there. But I do think, I think it's time for Americans to go, we should have a choice. And maybe the American people need to wake up and say, look, we have to demand that we get the better product in America. Now, I know a lot of Americans don't want to pay the price, right? Like, oh, it's 10 cents more for the healthier stuff. Well, I'm not going to buy the healthy stuff. I'll just buy the cheap Fruit Loops, the crappy Fruit Loops. But I do think it's time that we, I know, I'm trying to do better. Lorelei's trying to do better. I got a lot of friends that are trying to do better. I talk to a lot of people who are trying to do better. They're looking for those. They want that opportunity to buy a better product. They really are. And I think that's a shift in a paradigm shift happening right in front of us with the food industry. And I hope that continues. I mean, it's you can't buy fresh chickens. It's hard to buy a fresh chicken unless you know a chicken farmer. I don't know. I think we just got to do better. And I've told Lorelei, and we all know this. Look, Asian people eat way healthier than you. PAC, yes, I've lost 55 pounds in the last year. And I'm hoping to get maybe another 25 pounds off. I'm not one of these guys that have ever been skinny. I've never been that. I have never weighed less than 260 pounds in my adult life. And right now, hey, I can say this. I'm at my high school weight. I weigh the same as I did in high school. You know how men are always excited saying, well, I weigh exactly what I weighed in high school. Well, I tell you what, this boy right here weighs what he graduated. So how you like them apples? But yes, I've lost 65 pounds. That's what bums me out about all of my really cool tropical shirts. They're just way damn too big and I can't wear them. So now I'm having to dig out all of my other tropical shirts and starting to transition back into the smaller ones. But I got a couple of really favorite ones that I just love to death. And I might try to order those in a smaller size because I really like them. And here's the other weird thing is since I've lost weight, my glasses are bigger. My wedding ring wants to fall off. And my hat sit lower on my head. I guess I had fat head. I had a fat head, man. So my head is trimmed down a little bit. Some of my hats don't, fit so much. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Lorelei's losing a little bit of weight too. And we're just trying to do better. American people are too complacent. Correct. I agree with you. Complacency is a disease in America. It's a disease and a half. Because, they call it getting in a rut or just, it blows my mind how people don't want to, well, thank you, Tim, appreciate that. That's one thing that drives me crazy because I hate sitting around and doing nothing. I gotta be, and I'm okay with reading books and searching and understanding and learning and growing. And I don't have it all figured out by any stretch. I'm one of the biggest screw-ups you'll find on YouTube, trust me. But I don't think I'm complacent. I'm trying to think bigger and broader. I'm trying to think about, everything from the environment to the government to politics to the TV to everything. Thank you, Ronald. We appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm 55 pounds. And now that the spring is getting here, hopefully, because I didn't start to lose weight until about July of last year. So that's when I started. So hopefully with spring and summer coming, and I'm going to try to be much more active. I use a mobility scooter a lot. And what I've come to learn about that, it disappoints me that I have to do it. And I know this, if I weighed 10 pounds, I would still need the scooter to get around in. My heart just isn't strong enough, and my lungs aren't strong enough to keep me going and going and going. And then, of course, the legs are bad after all the surgeries we've had, right? So I know even if I weighed 10 pounds, I struggle. So I know that I need to buy a new mobility scooter, one that's not, mine tips over a lot and I fall down and what I'm really glad or hoping is that nobody ever catches that on video, me going, because it's a cheap Chinese one that we got in the Philippines, right? And it has some good features, but it has a lot, and it's not designed for what I do with it. Because I go outdoors a lot with it, and it's not designed for that. So it has a tendency to go whoop. You know, if somebody caught a video of it, it'd be like, oh, another fat guy falling over on his mobility scooter. So I got another one picked out, but it's a $3,000 expenditure. So it's going to have to wait, seeing that we have so much other expenditures I can manage. But I am trying to walk more, is part of what I was saying. So we will be more active. I am going to make an active point to walk a lot more and try to do my best. So I'm hoping I can that will facilitate dropping a little bit more weight, right? Because last winter I really wasn't active, but I was dropping weight because I refused, Coke. Man, when I quit sucking down Pepsi, was a big turning point. It was a really big turning point for us. Not drinking soda, which is really hard because we're chemically dependent on it. But when we dropped soda out of the budget, we got more money in our pocket, but we also got better. I think both of us, Lorelai and I both, have gotten better not drinking soda. And I'm happy about that. But that was hard. And we've cut way down on desserts. We try to cook more. We don't eat out as much. We definitely don't eat fast food unless it's just an absolute. And then we eat small amounts of fast food. So, like when we go to Alabama, I know that we're going to stop on the road. We're going to take groceries with us for the Airbnb we're staying in. But we'll probably drive through and get gas, wind up going through a McDonald's. But what we do is we buy one combo meal and then we split it between the both of us, Lorelai and I. And then that's what we do. We only eat half of the meal, and that's all we need. So that's what we're going to do. Now, when we're in Alabama for that week and we're fishing and having a great time, we're going to go eat some fresh seafood. We're going to go out and spend some money, I'm sure, on restaurants. It's just part of what you do on vacation. And we need to look for, where we're going to live in Alabama. So we're going to be doing a lot of driving, a lot of traveling, checking out all the fishing spots, the Asian stores, you name it. We're going to be checking all of that out. Grocery store, you name it. We're going to be doing everything because we can figure out where we want to live. So I know we will eat some crappy food that week. But we are truly doing our best, and we're not good at it, not to eat crappy food. I even knocked out bread. I used to eat a lot of bread. I used to eat really good quality bread, but I've decided not to eat the bread at all. Even the whole wheat and the multigrain and the rye breads. I don't have as much bread products in my diet as I used to. So don't eat as many rolls. I still eat crackers. I have this weird thing about crackers. I'm a big fan of crackers. So, and I still eat peanut butter and cheese. So, but come here, Lily. Come on. And we've even done that with the dogs. Come on. The dogs are eating healthier. Come here. Come here. Oh, Daisy, share the couch. I know. Let me clean your eyeball. All right. So we got the dogs eating healthier. I know. Here's Lily. Lily wanted to be rubbed. So we cook turkey for the dogs and chicken and sometimes beef and pork. And we skim the fat off. We mix it with rice and vegetables. And Lily loves it all. Daisy, our black one's a little picky. She literally would dig a piece of meat out of the bowl, take it out of the bowl, put it on the ground, then eat it, and dig through, but won't eat the rice, won't eat the vegetables. She's like a picky little kid. If you're on vacation, you're allowed to have cheat meals. Well, I think so, but and we will, trust me, because we want to go eat at we want to try places, right? We like mom and pop seafood restaurants. We really do. And we like oysters and clams and shrimp and lobster And down at the Gulf, we should be able to, you know what I mean? We should be able to go have some seafood almost every day. But we are taking a rice cooker for Lorelei. We're going to take, we're going to buy groceries here and take them with us, or take our own groceries down. And if we catch fish, we're going to hopefully bring them back so that we can have on hand here in Arkansas. But you're right, we will. And we will, we're not going to go crazy, but we know that if we find out that there's a really good mom and pop seafood joint down on the bay in Fairhope, Alabama, you bet we're going to go there and try it out. I eat very well when I visit my sister. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I visit my brother in Dallas, we eat pretty well too. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So we're going to go to Dallas. You see my dog? See my pet dog? Everybody see my dog? So this is the one that got ran over by the car. And you can't see her bad leg. But we're going to go to Jollibee. Then we're going to this Japanese store. There's a whole bunch of them in America, maybe 20 or 30 of them all over the place. James Robinson turned me on to them. But they're supposed to have a lot of Japanese kitchen gadgets and cool things from Japan in them. So like all that stuff you see on YouTube or TikTok where they're doing these weird kitchen gadgets, it's supposed to be one of those type of stores. So when we go to Dallas, there's one there. We're going to go to that. And then we're going to go hang out with my brother, do a little fishing, go to his daughter's ranch where she's a professional horse trainer. She trains barrel racing horses for the Olympics and stuff, for competition. So is what she does for a living. That's her thing. And we're going to go check out her ranch and take a bunch of pictures of the horses for Lorelei, because Lorelei likes animals. Now, when we go to Dallas and we go to my brother's house, we don't eat very well because his wife's a vegan. But that's all right. We'll eat seafood. My brother eats seafood. So, But yeah, so we're excited about going to Alabama. We're going to take you guys with us. We're going to make a lot of videos. But we're going to do some sunset, hopefully, some sunset video live streams. We're going to sit on the shore and fish and do a live stream and let you guys watch us fish and enjoy the beautiful sunsets over the Gulf of America. And we're taking Lily and Daisy with us to the Airbnb. So I know. Let me see. I'm going to show you her foot. If I can get let me see if I can show you. I can't. See, this is Lily's foot. It's a club foot. I know, hurts. I know, sweetie. So it's all banged up and bent and turned like that. So, but quit. So we're going to take the dogs with us. That's partly why we get an Airbnb. I got to give Lily an eye drop. So we booked an Airbnb down in Foley, Alabama. And it has a fenced yard. You give Lily her eye drops. So hang on, everybody. Good, yes. And it's a little house, a full house with a yard and a doggy door and all of that. So we're going to take the dogs. Now, I don't know, Lorelei, I'm sure Lorelei will want to take the dogs everywhere we go in Alabama, but, I don't think that's possible. Yep, don't forget the eye drops, yes. We'll take the eye drops, we'll take my weekly medicine, some good food. We got a lot of, instead of wasting money buying more groceries, we'll just take what we got and then what we need, and then when we get back, we'll just buy more when we get back. So we're leaving on a Saturday and coming back on a Saturday. And I think we're paying about $120 a night or 100, yeah, plus tax for the Airbnb. But it's a full house, private house, only us there. Looks to be in a newer neighborhood. The house is actually for sale, and but it's an Airbnb, so I don't know. That's what we hope to do, everybody. We hope to go down there and just have a good time and go fishing, learn about the area, so that when we get back home, when the time is right, we can pull the plug and put this house on the market, and then move. And hopefully, we're going to look at rentals while we're down there. We're going to look at monthly rentals. So if we have to rent a place for 2 or 3 months when we sell this house until we buy a house in Alabama, then we're trying to figure that one out too. So I got a lot to figure out, because we may have to wind up putting our furniture in a pod and putting it in storage for a couple of months. Then we may rent an Airbnb, but Airbnb monthlies, a lot of times, if you try to rent an Airbnb for a month, it may cost you $5,000-$6,000. But if you call the owner and say, look, we're moving to the area and we need a month-to-month rental, what can you do off the books? We won't book it through Airbnb. I'll just pay you. We'll make an agreement out of the internet system. And they usually will drop. That's what we did in Florida when we were down there. We booked a place and paid $1,800 a month for it, and it was fully loaded. Everything was taken care of, and $1,800. And so you can do that, and that's cheaper than trying to do it week by week or something like that. So we're going to be studying that while we're there, and we're already studying it. We found a company that owns a whole bunch of Airbnbs that are apartments in apartment complexes. So now we could do that if we had to. But we got to get this house sold. We got to figure out what we're doing and all of that good stuff. So, it's where we're at. And I go back to the old question, do we want to live where Lorelei can get a really good paying job, real close to the job? Should we focus? Should our priority be her financial job, or should our priority be buying a place that we both would love to have, and it's going to be a little bit away from anywhere, elbow room, and then she would just have to find a job online or around that area that we settle in, and it may not pay as much. Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm upset about that still. I still don't have it figured out. They were supposed to send out an appraiser today, or this week, but I haven't seen them. They were supposed to come out and roughly measure the house to see what it is. And I'm worried about this, Tim. I really am. Because I wonder now, who's lying? Did my builder lie to all of us that have this house? So we're going to reach out to some of the other neighbors and find out what's going on with them. And we do have $30,000 in upgrades that other houses like ours don't have in this neighborhood. And that's why we're going to try to sell this house for sale by owner, because I don't want to give a real estate agent $30,000 to sell this damn house. I don't want to do that. It's too much of a loss. So I think Lorelei can build a beautiful enough ad to attract, and we could do 3%, but I don't want to give 6%. I don't want to give that money away. I want to keep it for myself. But yeah, we're working on the assessment part, the description part. We got all the documentations. One thing I'm going to do, Tim, is I'm getting ready to see if I can find the title paperwork. I don't know where the title paperwork is. I can't remember. I think they gave it to us on a CD. So, but if I need to, I'm going to call the title company, and I'm going to see and get a copy of all of that and go through it and see what the title company thinks the size of this house is. Because right now this house is worth, let's say $212 to $218 a square. And if I'm missing 130 square foot, I'm going to be pissed. So you're right. Something we got to work on. And then, of course, we got to declutter, and we're going to be working on that. That's where I'm going to get some exercise in, guys. Packing up the closet, cleaning up the garage, decluttering the house. That's going to give me some exercise this spring, let me tell you. Let me tell you, because I got a lot of decluttering to do. We've only been here 3 years, and it looks like we've lived here 20. So we got to declutter and all of that mess and stage the house, take pictures, get the description right. But I'm hoping we can get 218 for this house because of the upgrades. A lot of upgrades in here. And we did make the mistake of buying the nicest house in the neighborhood. You ever heard that rule in real estate? You never buy the best house in the neighborhood, you buy the worst house, make it better than sell it. We bought all of our accessories or add-ons, whatever you want to call them, are all that they had. And so ours model is the nicest. Not that I'm not bragging or anything, I'm just saying we have, the undercover, lighting, the flooring, the bathroom, the countertops, the kitchen, the cabinets, everything's the upgrades. So we got to be able to market that upgrade to get big money. And hopefully somebody will come along and pay cash. That's what we want. We want a cash buyer like we did before. I want somebody to walk in, even with a real estate agent or not. What happened before is this. We put our brown house up for sale by owner. We did it. It was out there for a couple weeks. We actually started getting hits, serious hits. We had a real estate agent come by and say, look, why don't you let me list your house? And I told him, no, and no, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay you. And he made me a deal. We worked out the numbers. He said, if I can get you this number, right, you would be happy. And I said, yeah, I want at least this number. And he said, well, what I would do is a sliding scale up to this number. If I get this number, I get 3%. Anything from this range to this range, I get 1%. I get 2%. And the way he was going to market the house nationwide, he was confident that it would sell in 30 days or less, and that he could get us more money in our pocket than what I was asking for selling it for sale by owner. And he did. Throw away and sell the stuff you don't want or need. I know. So, Tim, we'd have to start in Lorelai's closet. But what he did, and he did a great job with that. He got us more money than I was asking, than walkaway money. But he did something so egregious, I wouldn't sign his paperwork, and I reported him to the Board of Realtors. At the end of the deal, we were on a cruise. We emptied the house out. The house was empty, but we hadn't got our check yet. And it was like, we were coming back on Monday. So we were gone this week. We were supposed to close on Monday and get our money on Monday. We were gone that whole other time. The guy that bought the house, who was supposed to do the same on Friday, he was supposed to sign all the paperwork on Friday, and then we go on Monday and sign, and it's all done, and he can move into the house. What my real estate agent did that pissed me off, and I ripped him a new asshole, and he felt so lucky that we didn't get to see face to face. I found out that he let that, while we were on vacation and not had any money and hadn't signed the paperwork at the title company, the closing office, he allowed the guy to move into my house. Pissed me off. So I would never use him again. So when we got back, we found out the guy was already living in our house. And he should have been paying us rent if that was the case. But we intentionally told our real estate agent, no. Before we went on vacation, we point blankly said, look, we do not want him in the house until we get a check in the bank. I'm not dealing with somebody who comes into my house that not pays me, and then I got to kick his ass out and go through the courts. I'm not doing this. So, and I told him that. And so Monday when we got back, our money wasn't in the bank yet. So when we went to the closing office, the closing people said, well, we don't know where the money is. And I said, what? What do you mean you don't know where the money is? And I blew my lid at the closing office and I said, okay, look, I know it's not your fault. So I got on the horn of the real estate agent, start ripping him a new asshole, and then to come to find out that he let the guy move in early. So I filed a complaint with the Board of Realty and wrote him a bad review and all that crap because that stuff is wrong, wrong, wrong. So we had to fight, and I told the real estate agent this. I said, look, I told him point blank on Monday. We were at the post office, Lorelei and I. I told him, I said, you got 30 minutes to get that guy to put the money that he owes me into my bank account, or I'm coming to that house and I'm going to physically rip his ass out of my house. And I'm going to drag him out to the street. So you got 30 minutes to make it happen. Well, it got done in 20 minutes. So the money was in the bank. And then the real estate agent wanted me to sign all these forms saying that I agreed to let the guy move in early. And I refused. Not going to happen. No, I refused. And it went on for a few days. And I said, no, you don't understand. I'm not signing and agreeing to that. I didn't agree to that. In fact, I'm reporting your dumb ass to the real estate board. So, real estate, right? So that's what happened to the Brown House, or what we call our Brown House. And so we're hoping the same thing. We're hoping to put it on the market for sell by owner. And then we're hoping that another hungry real estate agent will come along and say, I can give you a sliding scale and sell your house. That's what we're kind of hoping. But we know how to advertise it. Lorelei does on Zillow and Realtor for free. So there's a lot of places you can put your house out there for free. It doesn't cost you anything. And we can do that. We can do it on Facebook Marketplace, nationwide. There's some things that can be done out there. And so we're going to try that. We're going to do it. And we're going to put the price a little high in hopes of getting a good offer. You don't want to start too low. You want to start high and come down if you have to. But that's what we're doing, Tim. So, but you're right. And then, of course, the other big dilemma we have, Lorelei and I talked about when we moved to Alabama, we got to figure out how to transport all of our plants safely. So we got to figure out that. So we're going to go to the internet and look and see what can you do to get all these house plants safe and secure, and we'd have to take them to the Airbnb because you can't leave them in a storage unit or they're going to die. So we got to figure out that. So there's a lot we got to do. Well, all right, my friends, it's 10:35 here, which means I'm going to wind down. Lorelei's going to come in about midnight, maybe a few minutes after midnight, and she's going to go live. So I hope you guys would come back and watch Lorelei tonight. Make her feel good. Once again, wish her a happy birthday because it's her birthday 2-week window. And encourage her and tell her she's doing good and all that stuff. Make her feel good. And if you guys would anyway, I appreciate that. So come back around midnight and Lorelei should be live. And I'm sure some of her others will come in because they know that she comes live on Friday night. So, but I'm going to wind this down. I know I talk a lot, but I appreciate it, Tim, Ronald, everybody who's been here tonight, all of you guys in the background hanging out, all of you guys who went to sleep on me. I appreciate you, Craig. Craig's watching football, so or soccer. He's not watching football. He's watching soccer, I think, or maybe he's watching rugby. I don't know what he's watching, but all right, friends, we appreciate you. If you need anything, let us know. Take care, and please come back and see Lorelei in a little while. Thanks, guys.